Welcome back to my channel. Yes, yes. Oh, wait, I just realized. Oops. Good. Chat goes to here. Um, the chat is over here now. There you go. There you go. Oh well. Close enough. Anyhow. Like and subscribe. Do me a favor, guys. Do me a favor. Hello, big up to him. Big up to him. Hello, Rosa. How are you? How are you guys? And let me not beat around the bush. Let me explain the rules here. Let me explain the rules. Rating system is it's relative to the other players here. So players, I'm going to be ranking goalkeeper. One of them has to be a 10. It always has to be 110. Every defender, that always has to be one number 10. Right? And that is the benchmark. Attackers, that has to be one number 10. So, the best player is of any group. So, the best player of a goalkeeper group or of a defense group, it's always gonna be the 10. So, these ratings are relative to the other defenders within the whole bracket here. So that's why I've got like defenders in their own bracket, and I've got this in their own bracket, the midfielders, and then the attackers each in their own bracket. That's why I've done that, so that we can that we can nicely see who is who. So that's how the rating system works, and yeah, let's just get started. Let's see who has the best squad in the Premier League. Crazy settings, bro. Crazy settings, isn't it? We are garbage defensively. That high line needs to go, bruv. We're done next season. We need a goalkeeper as well. Good. What about you? We won't do shit against Liverpool, Arsenal, and Spurs. I mean, I've heard of this before, to be fair. Chelsea are not in a title race. Well, they got top 4 last season, so you might as well include them. I mean, we only finished 2 points above them, and they've signed a few players. I want to see how they do. I don't want to write them off. I wrote them off for the Club World Cup, and they won it. So I don't want to write them off. If they drop a stinker next season, I'm chilling. But I don't want to write them off. Because if you write them off, then when they flop, you can't go to them and say, hey, you failed. Because you were already writing them off. Vanderson, Trafford, and Rodrigo. I've not watched this Vanderson guy. I really don't know why people rate him. I've not watched him once. I feel like he's a player that nobody has really watched, but he's super rated. Excuse me. Big up again. Big up to Adam. Even if City are shit, we will still beat Chelsea. You think Chelsea will be easier to beat than Tottenham? I don't agree. I think Tottenham is getting better, but I don't think that they're better than Chelsea yet. Anyhow, as I said earlier, within every bracket there has to be one number 10. That is the benchmark that we use. So in this case, for the goalkeepers, I'm gonna give Alisson the 10, and I'm gonna make the 10 gold as well. Nah, that's a bad gold. Let's do red. Let's do red. That's more easily visible. Because he's the benchmark for goalkeepers that we're comparing here to. I'm not saying he's the best goalkeeper in the world. I'm just saying we compare the other goalkeepers to Alisson. Let's skip Sanchez. I think he's interesting to talk about. I don't think Raya is as bad as people make him out to be. David Raya is an okay goalkeeper. He's better than Aaron Ramsdale. He's not world class. He's not what's his name? Seaman. He's not a Seaman quality boss. He's not a goalkeeper of that quality though. David Seaman. You know the internet is fucked, yeah. I can't even say that name without cracking up inside. Or dying inside. But yeah, Raya, very okay goalkeeper in my opinion. they're not going to sign anyone better than him. And I don't think goalkeeper is the most important role. As long as you have a dependable goalkeeper in the net, I think you can win stuff. As long as the rest of your team is good enough. You've seen that with Ederson. That his seasons where he's bored, where he's dependable, and Man City still won. Even though he's never really had a season where he's world class, except for that treble season. So, a goalkeeper can be just dependable and you win titles with. I'm not saying that Arsenal will do that, but I don't think goalkeeper is still the biggest priority. Now, Ederson. I don't think he is half the player that Alisson is right now. We're thinking right now, he is not half the player that Alisson is. In the past, maybe. But right now, right this moment, you look at how Ederson plays against Juventus. But what is the best about Ederson? Passing. And he can't pass anymore. So his passing is his best and he can't pass properly. His shot stopping has only gotten worse. The treble season, he had a very good shot stopping season, and ever since it's got worse and worse and worse. He's got balls and moments in him now. He's nowhere near the level. Respectfully, he's nowhere near the level anymore that he used to be. Big up to Adam, by the way. Subscribe to Adam and then to me. Support us both. You think Chelsea had a better season than Liverpool? No. Let's not do that here. Alisson is glad of Ederson, especially for the Brazil fans agree. Yeah. I mean, this is a Brazilian telling me this, so there you go. But Ronaldo has been at City for 15 years. Not literally, but yeah, I get it. Why is he still here? Favoritism. He's only keeping the new players out of the team along with Gundogan and Kovacic. I agree. I don't agree with this. I don't think it will be that bad, but I agree with what you said earlier. Anyhow, Sanchez. Not a great goalkeeper, but he's at an okay Club World Cup. And this is my thing with Sanchez, yeah? He makes weird mistakes, but overall he's actually solid, but he just makes weird, unexplainable mistakes. So for me, Sanchez is not terrible. Not terrible for me, Sanchez, but he's not Chelsea quality. I think you put Sanchez in a Crystal Palace and a Fulham, he'll actually be a good goalkeeper for that level. But he just won't be a good goalkeeper for the top 4 club. That's what I think. So then, let's go to defenders. And I'll again pick the best defender of the list first. And I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, this one. I would hope, for you at least, it's self-explanatory. Virgil van Dijk. People say, oh, he will decline. I agree, he will decline. But a declining Virgil van Dijk is still the best centre-back in the Premier League. I think Guardiola could surpass Van Dijk, maybe by the end of the season. But throughout the season, Van Dijk will still be the best centre-back in the Premier League. Closely followed up, in my opinion, by Gabriel. Not Saliba, Gabriel. I think Gabriel is actually better than Saliba. I don't know why people rate Saliba that highly, to be honest. I mean, I know why people rate him highly, but not why they rate him above Gabriel. I think Gabriel is still the best defender. He's the most well-balanced. He's got the least most mistakes. On the ball, he's comfortable. He's not as quick as Saliba, but he's quick. He's strong in the air. I think this guy got everything. Even going forwards on corners, he contributes more than Saliba, I believe. At least from the games I've watched, which is not that much, to be fair. But I do think that Gabriel is better than Saliba. So I'll give Gabriel the second spot together with Guardiola. Now, I think that Gabriel is maybe a little bit better than Guardiola. But again, I think Guardiola will grow throughout the season as he plays centre-back more. And I think that he'll overtake Gabriel. So, yeah, I'll do that. Now, the Chelsea centre-backs. I think it's a bit grim for Chelsea, to be honest. I mean, Colwill, Chalobah, I'd say bad. No. But like, you compare to Liverpool at 10. Arsenal, City, both on 9. I think Colwill is maybe a 6.5 or 7, if I'm being kind, and Chalobah also a 7. These centre backs are not of the same quality as the Man City and Liverpool centre backs. So I'll give Colwill. I don't want to do 6.5. I feel like that's cheating. I feel like I'm pushing out of a proper answer if I put that in. So, Chalobah, I'll just give a 7. I'm not sure about Colwill. He's an okay defender, but like, let's be honest, is he making crazy challenges consistently? Is his positioning otherworldly? Is he running across a pitch to stop a counter-attack? He's not really doing those crazy things. So, compared to Van Dijk, he is a 6. I think when you compare him to Van Dijk, who rarely gets dribbled past, he can force strikers like Haaland into poor areas. I think when you compare to Van Dijk, he has to be a 6 at most. Maybe a 6.5, but I'm not gonna bump him up to 7. Sorry, I didn't read this. Bento, I think even he is more than Ederson. Again, a Brazilian telling you this. When you want to know the opinions of players, how highly a player is rated by people, go to people of that country. When you want to know, is Hazard better than De Bruyne? Go to Belgians. They'll tell you no, De Bruyne is better. If you want to know, is this goalkeeper better than that goalkeeper, and they both play for the same country, go to people of that country. It's that simple, honestly. Pretty much every Brazilian will tell you stuff like this. Newcastle are getting Ekitike, Frankfurt's player, alongside Isak. I reckon Isak leaves, actually, but interesting to see what they will play if they're both together. 4-4-2. Why doesn't Pep play 4-4-2 with Haaland up front? We keep playing that stupid 4-2-3-1 that's so ineffective against low block teams. 4-2-3-1, I mean 4-4-2 is even less effective against low blocks. 4-2-3-1 isn't ineffective against low blocks, it's the way we play it. With players who just aren't supposed to be in the position and uncles on the pitch. Like, we scored 3 goals in a game and we still lose by 4. Attack is not the problem. His form has improved. Colwill. I mean, his form may improve, but his class doesn't improve, does it? He'll have good form, he'll have okay form, he'll have some good games. Everyone has some great games. But consistently, over the course of a season, you can't stack him up against a Van Dijk, Guardiola, Gabriel. Mid-season, I think there was some pressure on him, and he wasn't doing that impressive. I mean, if you're at a team that is potentially, in a title race, you need to be able to handle pressure. I don't think Colwill does that. Anyhow, Saliba, I'll give an 8, and Diaz. If this was the treble season, I would have given Diaz the 9. But it's not the treble season, is it? His decline has been noticeable, isn't it? We get done too easily on counters. He's nowhere to be seen. He's not covered, to be fair to him. In the box, he's weak and short. His interceptions aren't happening that often. He's not making crazy challenges. His standing defending is not that great at the moment. He's got a bozo in him as well. He's been too easily bypassed all season, I think. When Guardiola played next to him, Guardiola was doing a lot of dirty work to carry Diaz a bit. So I think, if we're being honest, that Diaz has to be put in the same bracket as Chalobah here right now. A very sloppy defender. He just looks all over the place. When he has a quick centre back playing next to him, Gustinov, for example, he looks better. But and Gustavo for the goal isn't there, and he has no anchor. Everything just goes by him, and he doesn't know what to do. And that's not his fault. We know he's slow, and we don't accommodate that slow playing style. But with the season he's just had, I can't give him more than a 7. So, oh yeah, Konate. I'll just give him a 7 as well. Why not? Why not? And then Kerkes. We're going on to fullbacks now. I think fullbacks is difficult. I think between Kerkes and Aitnouri, I'm not sure who's the better fullback. Because I think Kerkes is very solid defensively, a different type of fullback, still has that attacking in him though. Whereas Aitnouri is really good going forward. He's a quick fullback, deadly up front, he has great crossing, he has finishing even, while still having that defending as well. So Aitnouri has everything, but it's tilted towards the attacking spectrum, and Kerkes is the opposite, where he's got everything but tilted towards the defending spectrum. But this is maybe personal preference, peering through a bit. I prefer the defensive fullbacks. So, I mean, that's massively biased, of course. But that's just my personal preference. So, of that, I will rank Kerkes as the number 10 here. I just realized I'm giving all these number 10s to Liverpool. That's... Oh well. I'll give Aitnouri an easy 9. Easily a 9. No argument. Aitnouri... It's between Aitnouri or Kerkes. I could give Aitnouri the number 10. The only difference for me is I prefer a fullback who can defend first. So... yeah. This is difficult though. Like Aitnouri next season, because we've not seen Aitnouri in a really good side yet. We've seen him with Wolves, whereas Bournemouth has been very good at portions of the season. Kerkes has been in a better side. We've only seen Aitnouri with Wolves. I want to see Aitnouri with proper players, Kerkes with proper players, and then say this one is better or that one is better. Yeah, and those to look up more than another. Yeah, and those to look up more than another. Fullbacks. Yeah. Kerkes does look up more the attackers. So I guess in some big games that might be better. When you're facing the really big attackers. I mean, these guys are jokers. What are we even doing here? Skelly, listen. Miles Lewis Skelly, very talented player. But that if he is starting regularly for Arsenal, they've got problems. Cucurella, I mean, he's a fucking joke, isn't he? Cucurella is a joke. Call him Cucurella. Bro, he's a joke. He's a proper joke. Why is he always talking shit every fucking day and then he gets bodied? How are you gonna talk shit on a daily and then you're gonna get bodied, bro? Ah, bro. This Cucurella guy, he needs to shut up. He needs to shut up. He's singing songs when Spain win. I don't know. The Euros. He's singing songs about like Gibraltar. He's talking about Erling Haaland like he fucking fancies him. This Cucurella guy, yeah. Honestly, call him Cucurella. We'll call him Cucurella, yeah. This guy is so shit. Why is he talking shit all the time? Bro, you're the most bang average fullback ever to play for Chelsea, bro. Shut up. Like, bro, this guy is so annoying. This guy needs to shut up, bro. I can't stand this guy. Gusto? I mean... We're not talking about Gusto. We don't waste our breath on that. Ben White. I think Ben White is a very... He's got very good games and he's got very bad games. I think he's been a bit more consistent recently, though. But... I don't know, I don't think that Ben White is maybe... I feel, Ben White is like a centre back put as a right back, isn't it? Kind of like a Kanji. So... I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's at his best as a right back. So as a centre back, call me crazy, I would actually give him a 9 as a centre back. No. That'd be above Saliba. I'd give him an 8. As a right back, I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7 as a right back. I'll push Kukureya back a bit so that they're not on the same level. And then Nunez. Oh, dear. Yeah, Mateus Nunez. This guy, honestly, considering he's been played left winger, he's been played right winger, he's been played left back, right back, he's been played everywhere except for the role he was brought in for, which is midfield. Considering all of that, he's done very well. But he's not a right back. So him playing right back does not instill me with the greatest of confidence. No offense. He's okay. He's okay, Nunez, but he's not the level that like if this guy is off the bench, he's okay. Off the bench, he can do a job, but not as your main right back, and certainly not when you compare it to Kerkez or to Nuri. He doesn't quite compare. Frimpong. Bro. You know, when when you're in a relationship and your partner takes all your clothes, they take your hoodies, they take your jackets, they even take your fucking chains, bro. They take everything, bro. They leave you with nothing, bro. You go to bed, they take your fucking bed sheets. They don't leave you with anything. They take your clothes, they take your fucking jewels, they take your fucking bed sheets, your fucking, I don't know what you call it. They take everything. Your food, they take it. Bro, that's what Real Madrid and Liverpool are. They are an abusive relationship with a way too demanding girlfriend. And they took Trent. They took the bed sheet. They took Trent. They took Michael Owen. They're taking the bed sheets, guys. That's what they're doing. And then what they do is they leave you with a little bit of bed sheet. That's what they do. Or they throw you a pillow. Or they throw you a shitty blanket. That's what they do, yeah? That's what they do. This guy, Frimpong, is a shitty blanket after your girlfriend took the main bed sheets away from you, took the main blanket away, because she's a greedy bitch. That is what Frimpong is compared to Trent. Trent is a great right back. Frimpong, good winger, does a right back. He's about to get cooked. And I'm not talking Trent levels cooked, I'm talking generational levels of getting cooked, this guy. He's gonna get called out so far, bro, he'll be stuck in no man's land. It will be 1915 over here. Man's gonna be singing chattels from the fucking trenches, you know what I'm talking about. He's gonna be lost, bro. Call him the Lost Battalion. Bruv, they're gonna score all the goals down his side, bro. He's gonna see a winger. He's gonna see the most bang average winger. He's gonna go in for the tackle 5 seconds late. By the time the goal's scored, he'll still be trying to stand up, bruv. This guy, defensively, he ain't a defender. He is Trent from Wish.com if they were doing second-hand sales. So Frimpong, honestly, I am being kind by giving him a 6. Just because attacking he is so good, but he's not a right back, he's a right winger. And Liverpool fans will see, he's not a right back, he's a winger. So, midfielders. Now, if you're a City fan, you may have issues with the midfield I've chosen for Man City. But let me explain. Nico Gonzalez instead of Rodri, because Pep Guardiola will play Rodri every game where he is fit, causing Rodri to be injured for half the season. So that's why Nico Gonzalez is in here. And Foden is on the bench instead of and Bernardo in the starting 11. Pep Guardiola. That's the best explanation I can give. So if we're looking for the best midfielder, I mean, it's easy. It's easy, this one, isn't it? It's words. So I'm giving all the best players to Liverpool, man. This is not fair. Oh, I'm gonna start spouting. I'm gonna start spouting, bro. We're not our ballers. I thought we were gonna have a good stream, mate. I'm giving all the number 10s to Liverpool. This is bullshit. So words, I mean, if you want to argue words, all I say is go watch him consistently. Bro. And I know, oh, he doesn't give the performances. Yeah, you could say the same about Foden in the 4-beat season, but he was still our best player. Because when you need to be there, he's there. He's there. And when you're there, when you need to be there, that's way more important than being there in every other moment. Because they could talk about whatever they want because they won the trophy. Yeah, fair enough. But he's shit. What did he do to win that trophy, bruv? Coca wanted to injure the United players according to touchline before the final against Tottenham. Honestly, it won't surprise me. Sum it up nicely. Big up to Andrew, how are you? Still traumatized after 1 in 13 win the streak. No mas. Thoughts on Newcastle going for oh my, I cannot pronounce his name for the life of me. Ekitike, there you go. Isak, you know what, I'll call him Etiquette. That's what I'll call him from now on. Isak to Anfield. I'm not sure about that. I think they might have both, and but I think that Isak will leave. I'm not sure to where though. Anfield seems like the obvious answer, but I don't think it will be obvious. I don't think it will be something obvious if he does leave. Liverpool acting like Frimpong is the best defender. Frimpong's pace can bail him out too. Rough. Let me get up a tactical patch, yeah? 1 second. Tactical. Let me clear this board quickly. If you are Frimpong, yeah? If you are Frimpong over there. Can you even see that? You can see that. If you are Frimpong, and then you have attacker. I don't know. Let me think of a left winger. Martinelli. He's a pretty fast left winger. So, Frimpong is over here, and Martinelli is over here, and the ball is over here. Bruv. Frimpong ain't getting back, bro. Frimpong can be the fastest motherfucker on the pitch, bro. He ain't getting back. This is the problem with Frimpong. This man is in no man's land, bro. Bro, this is Frimpong. This is Frimpong, bruv. Why can't I open this fucking image? There you go. This is Frimpong. You know what I'm saying? This man's lost in no man's land over there. What are we doing here? Bro? You ain't getting back in time, bruv. But by the time he's back, it's already 2-0. Forget about 1-0, it's already 2-0 by the time he's tracked back. No matter how fast you are, you can't get back in time. Pep would rather injure Rodri than play Gonzalez. He literally did that already. That's crazy, isn't it? Wirtz is a ghost in big games, just you wait. I mean, that's objectively wrong. He scored against Spain for Germany. He's been very good for Germany in big games, actually. He scored against Bayern München when he was like 18 or 19 years old. He's been plenty good in big games. He's been good in a few big games as well for Leverkusen. It's like when people say Haaland is a ghost in big games. It's so ridiculous. Cherky will carry this team to victory. Such a phenomenal player. He'll be on the bench though. Pep will find a way to bench him. Isak is not being sold. I'm not sure. And I believe Foden get more minutes than Bernardo this season. I'm sorry to tell you, but our manager has a fetish for Bernardo. I pray to God Foden plays football, bro. But Pep Guardiola sees Bernardo Silva. Like, guys, you need to think about this, yeah? Pep Guardiola and Gundogan are neighbors. They are fucking neighbors, bruv. They wake up, bro. Pep Guardiola goes to fucking Gundogan's house and eats, I don't know, he talks about weather and drinks coffee with him. They are neighbors. This man ain't even trying to hide the favoritism, bro. Bruv, it's crazy. Have Conor Bradley as well, G. Conor Bradley not on here. He's shit. Nobody cares. He's leaving Liverpool, I think, so... Gusnov pocketed Vinny Salah. He didn't pocket Salah. Isaac, Gordon, Jackson. Jackson is a bit easy. Palmer. Why is he sitting on the bench? Bro, it's Pep Guardiola. It's Pep Guardiola. I don't want this guy to be on the bench, but he will be on the bench. I want him to play, but he won't. Because our manager sees a player, he looks at them, you have good hair, you're on the bench. You are old, you can't run, you need crutches, bro. Get on the pitch, bro. Hey, Walker, I like talking you over at dinner. Please teach me your fucking pulling game, bro. I mean, your pull-out game is not that strong, but teach me your pulling game because you keep betting women. Teach me that shit. Let's go have a dinner. Let's go have a dinner. Let's make sure you stay for a while. This manager, yeah, he don't think logically anymore. So I don't know what happened over the time that he was here. Something happened in the treble seat that fried his brain. But logical thought has stopped. Logical thought has stopped. Yeah, big up to Vasco. He values experience over youth and athleticism. Nah, that's not true. Because he bent off a bunch of experienced players at Barcelona when he first came in. And at Man City when he first came in. You know what he values? His personal favourites. Look at Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He was one of the most experienced players at Barcelona. He was already 28, I believe, at the time. He was one of their best players. Pep came in, fuck this guy. Out, because I don't like him. Pep has always been like that. He's always had his favourites. But when your favourites are still young and good, that's okay. When they get older and you can't let go, that's a problem. And that's the problem we've had last season. A big part of the problem we've had last season. Anyhow, I'm waffling at this point. Let's actually talk about these players. Gravenberg. I think he's underrated, man. I think he's underrated. I'm gonna give him an 8. Gravenberg here. He's such a solid footballer. Defensively, and people compare him to Rodri. That's ridiculous, but defensively he's solid. His timing is set. He can stay disciplined for the 90 minutes. His focus is dedicated. He will fight for the balls. He bleeds for the badge. He's one of those bleeds for the badge players, which I rate. He's not the fanciest player to watch, but I just like the grit of him. I like the grit of him and how well he listens to his manager. When you watch him, you feel like he's a pawn to be used by the manager. You know what I mean? Like a chess piece being used by the manager and perfectly doing what the manager wants him to do. He is so disciplined, Gravenberg. And his technical ability is maybe not that of a Lavia or a Reece James. But I think he's so solid. Just in everything he does and in how he follows instructions. Pep dug City so deep in a hole, they're gonna struggle to get back to their best. I don't think so. I think no matter how deep the hole is, you can get out pretty quickly. Like Man City went from 10th to 3rd in an FA Cup to winning the league title in 3 seasons. 10th, so in 2 seasons. So finished 10th. Next season, finished 3rd or 4th with an FA Cup. Season after that, won the league title. You can dig out of holes, but usually not with the manager that put you in that hole. Experience is one thing. Just being just old is another. Modric is old, but he was still fit. I agree. I agree with that. So McAllister, I mean, forget Liverpool for the moment. We'll come back to them. Let's talk about James. Reece James, I've put him in midfielders, and the reason why I've put him in midfielders is because I think that's where he's going to start playing. As a fullback, you need to run a lot. When you're a fullback, you need to go boom, 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 boom. But Reece James, he gets injured so much. He can't go boom, 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 boom anymore, if you know what I mean. He can't go from one side of the pitch to the other. He can't do it anymore. And not because he doesn't have the skill, but because he doesn't have the body. But you put him in midfield, you've got a physically strong player there. Got the technical ability that you need. He's surrounded by Lavia and Enzo, who can carry that back and forth for him. And James can just use the best of his tactical ability. From the midfield, you have the most impact on play as well, I believe. So his intelligence, I think, because he's a very intelligent footballer, you put him in midfield. I think that's where you make the best use of his intelligence, his rhythm. But like, James' rhythm here is something different. He doesn't miss a beat. He just is always on rhythm. Like, a pass comes into him, it's boom, boom. Boom, boom. It's always on the same rhythm, bro. And when you've got someone who's so on rhythm, yeah, the rest of the team, it improves. Because it keeps up a rhythm for the team to follow. And if you know the rhythm as an opponent, it still doesn't matter. Because you're not going to get near the ball. Because it's so on rhythm, so on time. James knows where the ball is going before it's in his feet. You're not going to get near it. So I think he's a great player for midfield. When he's in midfield, he can push up a bit higher. Use his crossing ability a bit more, which is just insane, by the way. I looked back at one of the crosses that James put in. I can't remember the game. It was one of the Club World Cup games. I think it was against Fluminense. His crossing is unreal, bro. Unreal crossing. So you put him in maybe a deeper midfield role. You can do that, and you have Lavia next to him to handle the running. I think he can still do that without running too much and getting injured too much. So, Reece James, I mean, he's easily a 9. He is so good. He's so slept on. Let's go to Zubimendi. Short. Zubi-Doo. So I actually watched a lot of La Liga. When he first played for Spain, I was very impressed with him. Because he never did that for Real Sociedad. Then I looked at him at Real Sociedad again, expecting improvement. And he started off pretty poorly again. But I feel like he found his level 10 again. So, I think he's okay. I don't think he's the best midfielder on here by a country mile. But I think an Arsenal, a club like Arsenal, where you can be defensive but surrounded by good, strong players, a good defense behind you, and a Declan Rice who can stay deeper when you push up. That's all things that Zubimendi will profit of, I think. So I'll give him an 8. I'll give him an 8. And Declan Rice, I'll give him an 8 as well. I don't think Declan Rice is a 9. He's not as good as people make him out to be, but he's not as bad as rival fans make him out to be. Like, people need to just respect Rice. A good elite player. That's enough. He's a good elite player. He's not world class, and he's not shit. Just good elite player. People need to respect that, I think, about Declan Rice. Nico, and he's solid, by the way. He doesn't have balls moments that often, Declan Rice. Kovacic and Gundogan leaving means pensioners in team. Less pensioners in team, sorry. I hope they leave. Are we saying but United doesn't run anymore? No, we're saying he does run, but he can't do it properly. That's what we are saying. Bernardo is useless. I disagree, but he shouldn't be starting these games either. Doesn't create. He's never created. Barely scores. Don't need to do that. Passes backwards. Retains possession. Absolutely useless in this team. Listen, the word Bernardo used to be good, and Bernardo used to do all of that as well. Going backwards, holding onto the ball, barely scoring. He used to pass a bit more forwards, and the difference is Bernardo was younger and was dominating on midfield with his pure physicality and energy. That's what he used to dominate midfield with. You look at the Liverpool game, yeah, where he played in midfield. Bro, that's double pivot of him and Ferdinand. Cooked. He cooked. The problem is, he doesn't have the physicality anymore, so he needs to be surrounded by young players to have any impact on the game. But I would just rather play Foden. I don't think Bernardo is so bad that he can't do it anymore for City. But I'd rather give the younger players the chances that he'll get. And I don't want Bernardo playing together with Gundogan, which I'm afraid will happen quite a bit. Age is life. 43, very true. Reinders. It's easy to get excited and give him a 9. But let me tone that down a bit. I don't think Reinders is a bad player. I think he's a very good player even. I'll say he's a very good elite player. But he's never played in the Premier League before. I want to be careful here with Reinders and putting him in a 9 bracket. Putting him right under the best midfielder in the Premier League. Because, or at least in these teams. Because I think he has to prove something. Yeah, he did it with AC Milan in a completely different league. But he didn't do it in the Champions League. He was poor in the Champions League. Even the game against Club Brugge, where he scored twice, he was poor that game. He should have been booked, should have had a red card. So, he has moments of ill conscience, I suppose, where he just loses focus. Had that at AC Milan. But he also has these attributes which you can see. The elite attributes in him. So I'm not going to put him in a 9 yet. But if I come back to this at the end of the season, I may very well bump Reinders up. Because his passing is unreal. His first touch is very good. His awareness is great. His box crashing is lethal sometimes. So I think he's got everything it takes, but I just want to roll back the excitement of it. Because we get too carried away, let's be honest. We get too carried away sometimes. Lavia. Actually, yeah. We'll do Lavia first. This guy needs to get fit. You know why? Amadou Onana plays for Belgium. This fraud. This woeful dogshit player. Brother, every time he plays for Belgium, I cry. He's got no brain, bro. He's got the brain of a fucking peanut. Tough Brachiosaurus brain. Bro, this is the type of brain I'm talking about. Let me open that in a separate tab. This is the type of brain I'm talking about here with this guy. This guy got Brachiosaurus brain, bruv. He's so stupid. Anna. Lavia. Please stop being injured. Please, Lavia. Make sure that Onana never touches the fucking pitch again for Belgium. Lavia. I need you to play so good and to never get injured. So that I never have to see fucking Brachiosaurus brain play for Belgium again. Thank you, Lavia. 8. Yeah, you've got all the basics. You've had a bit of experience. You've had a few injuries. Just go and do it. Go and do it, guys. Go and do it. Believe, guys. I don't know why I'm doing Spanish accent, guys. I'm Mikel Arteta now, guys. Why does Arteta always say guys? I don't know, guys. But come on, Lavia. You can do it. I'm mad coping, bro. I'm mad coping. Words has proved it. Yeah. He's gone invincible. Listen. To all Man City fans. All Man City fans, yeah? If Rhodes signed for us, you would put him as number 10. You would put him as your number 10. Man City fans are salty Rhodes didn't sign for us. Say it as it is. You're salty he didn't sign for us. Everyone was down bad for Rhodes. So let's not pretend that we were not panties down for this guy. And let's not pretend that we weren't panties down. It's so ridiculous that Man City fans completely switch up again. Oh yeah, he's shit. Not shit. Bro, I was sucking this guy's cock before it was even popular to do. Big up to the German heritage. I support Germany internationally. I support Germany internationally as well. This guy, I was watching this guy for Germany, bro. This guy is a different. Kurtkus 10 is very pathetic. Okay, name one fullback in this list that is better than Kerkers. Yes. He is a better left back than Guardiol. You weren't in here for the start of the stream, but the way it works is each position has one number 10. So each goalkeeper has one number 10, which is the best goalkeeper of the few team. And we compared all the other goalkeepers to the number 10. Or number 10 for fullbacks, the best fullback. And we compared the other fullbacks to that number 10. Number 10 for the center backs. And we compared all the other center backs to them. By the way, Guardiol is appalling as a left back. Just because he scored doesn't make him a good left back. He's a great center back, but not a great left back. How highly do you rate Caicedo? Not highly. I think he's so mediocre. I wasn't. I never wanted him like Matthäus. I never wanted to spend 100 million on him. I was a Gibbs White stan. I mean, the amount of money he went for was ridiculous. I would have paid 120 million and no more. But, I mean, people are like, oh, but the performances. Nobody cares about the performances when he scores the goal that wins you the game. Or when he gives you the assist that wins you the game. Nobody cares about the performances then. Because people will talk about performance, then suddenly, it's 1-1, end of the game, who's there? It's Words, every fucking time, in stoppage time. Words is there. You win the game, and are people then talking about performance? Ain't. So I know his performances ain't that great, but KDB at the same age, he was nowhere near that level. And I'm not having a dig at you, by the way, but I'm just saying I find it a bit ridiculous. It's the way people are like, Words is so awful, he's so bad, he's a small game player. Listen, Liverpool would not have paid 150 million for the Words if he wasn't great. Bayern München, Man City would have not been desperate for the Words if he wasn't great. Some players just are different class. And I feel like it's the same with Mbappe. Mbappe stinks. Oh, he doesn't. Fucking Mbappe. Oh, he drops a nobody cares he drops a stinker. Because he'll get 50 GA every season. Haaland will get 50 GA every season. It's like when people say Haaland is shit. No, he's not. Haaland is not shit. Wirtz is not shit. Mbappe is not shit. Salah is not shit. De Bruyne was never shit. These are players of a different quality. And you can't argue with that quality. You simply can't. Wirtz/GA then Marmoush in Bundesliga. Wirtz is a midfielder. Only players I'm paying that much are Haaland, Yamal. In that range. Yeah, I agree. Wirtz never scored against Bayern since... So he did score against Bayern. That never scored, but he did score against Bayern. But Yeah, if you want some statistics, Haaland has not scored in a single final for Man City. I guess he's shit. I guess he's shit. Because Haaland has never scored in a final for Man City. He's never scored in a semi-final either. Shit. I mean, these are the exact same arguments people use to say Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo are shit. These are the same arguments people use to say Thierry Henry is shit. Bro, it's like sometimes players are undeniable, and it's strange to me that you can even argue about some players. Like Zinedine Zidane, for example. Oh, but Zinedine Zidane didn't get GA. Zidane. People are arguing Zidane with me. Yes, they are. I see people arguing Zidane with me all the time. Zidane is not better than this. So I see people saying, guys, Sado is better than Zidane. So people will do this for every player, isn't it? Yeah, and Marmoush left halfway through. Yeah, but Wirtz is a midfielder, and Marmoush is a attacking player who got 47 GA last season. I mean, what am I even supposed to say to that? Marmoush is a great player. You know what I feel like we're doing right now? Lamine Yamal is not a good player because Lionel Messi scored more goals in 2012 than Lamine Yamal in his whole career. I feel like that's what we're doing right now. Like obviously it's not as insane or abstract of a comparison, but Marmoush is a great player. Has been a player that's been outscoring Rodrigo for the past 3 seasons, by the way. So I find that a bit of an appalling comparison. I like Wirtz, unbelievable player. Player you don't because you're finding a lot of reasons why he's not that great. But how is he completely proven and guaranteed 10 but Rangers isn't? It's simple. Very simple. Let me show you, in fact. Let me show you. I'm not even gonna say the words. I'll just show you. "26, one fuck all." And now see that comparison. Thank you for the advertisement, transfer. This is the difference. For which, by the way, every single season that he's won something, he's been the player of the season. And player of the season for everything he's won. That's the difference. Okay, he's got one cup. I don't know, under 20s league. That's the difference. It's like when people try to argue with you, quality of Phil Foden because he had a bad season last year. Some players are. That was a perfect image to come up there. Some players are just of different quality. And again, I said Rangers is probably getting a 9 at the end of the season. I said he just had to do it in the Premier League first. So that's the difference. At least for me, that's the difference. Anyhow, on to the next. Who shall we do next? Let's do City first. Then everyone has 2 players done. Nico Gonzalez. I mean, it's difficult to rate him, isn't it? It's difficult to rate him. Because he doesn't play. He's had his board games. I keep coming back to the Everton game. He's had a board game, I know. He's had a few board games. He's also had his really good games, such as against Newcastle. So he's been a bit of a... what's the word? Inconsistent. He's been a bit of an inconsistent player. But I think that's okay for your first season. Anyway. But Again, I know you're trying to argue, but no, 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 no. Rodri is on an ACL injury. Again, I explained this at the start of the stream. But I know you weren't here at the start of the stream. But I mean, these are just outrageous fucking comments. If you believe that we're better than Liverpool and everything is roses and dandelion, great for you, but I've got a reality check for you. When I said that Feyenoord we're not going to win any trophies and we're going to struggle for top 4, a lot of people told me everything is roses and dandelion. And then everyone was in for that reality check. Yeah, you've got to be honest with yourself. Rodri is on an ACL. If he starts playing regularly in the Premier League, he's going to get injured again, and it's going to be serious. And he's not going to come back from it the same. So I'm not saying that can't happen. I know. I rated him lowly as well. Not saying that can't happen. So no 6. I mean, that's worse. You'd play without a 6. I don't quite get the logic thing. I mean, Rangers is not a 6. I don't think Rangers plays the same quality as a 6. He's a box-to-box midfielder for me. Like, not Guardiola is doing that. Well, potentially he's playing Gundogan. But I didn't want to put Gundogan in here because I'll give him a 4 if he's in here. If Pep is doing that, he'll be sacked by January. I'm not even kidding. If he does that, he'll be sacked by January. We'll concede so much on the counter. I mean, there's literally nothing there to stop counters. We'll be conceding 4 a game. I'm not saying you're wrong, because I can actually see Pep doing that. He'll be sacked by January if he does that. I think he'll play Kovacic or Gundogan though, which will stop a few counters, but I don't want to put either of these in here because, I mean, they're not of the quality. If I put Gundo in here, who I think will play, I'll give him a 4. So I don't want to put him in here. So instead, I'll put Nico G in. Anyhow, as for Nico G, he's a difficult player to judge, I think, but I want to believe that he's elite. For Nico Gonzalez, I want to believe that he's elite, but he just needs to get the chances, and Pep is refusing to give this guy chances, bro. I don't know if it's unfair for I don't know if it's unfair for me to give him an 8. This is a hard. I want to believe that he can be elite because all the baby Rodri hype and the few games that he's been brilliant. The Real Madrid game at the Bernabeu game against Newcastle. Few games that he's been brilliant. So I want to believe he can be that quality of player. But Pep Guardiola just needs to trust him. I don't think he's a DM the way Pep Guardiola likes to have his DM. I think he'll have to trust him. And if he doesn't, that will be big shocks for us. Anyhow, McAllister, he's a... If we're going purely off last season, McAllister, he's a 9. I think he was unreal quality last season. But I'm curious as to how he'll fit in together with Words. If he drops down deep, but is he still that same quality? I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure if he's still that same quality. Enzo is shit. Bro, this guy. Do I give him a 5? L6. This guy is the most overhyped midfielder in the league, bro. I don't know why he's hyped up so much. I mean, who is trying to bite this guy? Nobody. Because he's not that good. Enzo gets carried, absolutely carried, by the players around him. And the players around him ain't even that good, bruv. Except James and Palmer. Got this guy. And yeah, he's got an engine on him. And he's okay. Just word rate wise and stuff. But yeah, you know what, yeah? If Chelsea had pressure on themselves, if Chelsea put pressure on themselves, then they will notice these mistakes more. And Palmer makes a mistake, it goes unnoticed because there's no pressure on Chelsea. If Chelsea had this pressure on them, Enzo will no longer be appreciated for what he did well, but murdered for what he did wrong. And he does so much wrong in any given game. I feel like every game there's at least one moment where he gives the ball away in a stupid fashion. So this guy is bozo supreme in midfield relative to these other midfielders. If you compare him to other Premier League midfielders in mid-table teams, you might bump him up to a 7 or an 8. Again, these ratings are relative to the other players in the list. So when we're comparing Enzo to the rest of the midfielders in here, I think I'm doing a kindness by giving him a 6, to be honest. Ødegaard, I'll just give him a blanket 7. I don't think he's that good, Ødegaard. He's okay. He gets substituted off a lot despite being a captain. I think that says it all. He's an 8, he's not a 10 for me. He does some good through passes, but I think put him as an 8 and he'll play better. They need a 10, I think. He touches the ball too much, he's not clinical enough. I don't rate Ødegaard that highly. I really don't. I don't think he's bad, I just don't think he's generational. Newcastle will finish 6th. Think so. Think so. Do you rate higher Arsenal or Chelsea? Well, I guess Arsenal. So far in this list, I've given every Arsenal player a higher rating than the Chelsea players. So I guess, except Reece James. So I guess it would have to be Arsenal based off this list alone. So I do think that that Arsenal will be. I do think that Arsenal will be. What's the word I'm looking for? I think Arsenal has the worst manager. That's what I'm looking for. Nico Gonzalez 5. Really? You want me to give him a rating of 5? I mean, I can hear it. I can hear it out, but I mean, what's your reason for that? Caicedo is not benched. Maresca adores him. Chelsea most important player. Fans adore him and say he's the best. Yeah, but Nico 7 will be more reasonable. Okay, fine. I'll give him a 7. Nobody rates him apparently. There you go. Yeah, but if Reece James goes into midfield, which is what I expect to happen, not playing in midfield ahead of Reece James. Not playing ahead of Lavia. I think a fully fit Lavia, I think, bullies him out of that midfield. And Caicedo, he's had like one above average season in that midfield. Maybe he can get in ahead of Enzo. I don't think he gets in ahead of James or Lavia, personally. Gets Mancini. Got Mancini, Allen on. Why? Gets Pat Mancini, Allen on. I don't have Allen, if you want me to call him. I don't have his number. Haaland must start being clinical again. Well, he never stopped being clinical. He got loads of chances and kept missing. Ready? Haaland stats. Club World Cup. Spencer. XG, where is it? Where's XG? Oh, here. Fucking blind. Club World Cup. XG. Yeah, he underperformed his XG. So I guess he missed a few chances. He only played 348 minutes, though, to be fair. But I guess he underperformed. Oh, wow. Big up. Oh, sorry. Big up to Vasco. Big up to Vasco. 5. I don't know what that currency is, but big up anyhow. I think City. I think part of City fans are really passive, as if everything is well. Some channels live in Wonderland. I'm so fucking worried about the future. Yeah. I think City fans just want everything. I think that's a bit of the problem. Like, City fans have this idea, as long as we have Pep, we'll bounce back, but... You know what, yeah? You know what? I think of, for example, 1920, when we were bad, we had an injury crisis, but we were never this bad. Never went 1-1. I think Man City fans don't see the difference. Not all Man City fans, but some Man City fans don't see the difference between now and 1920. I think they generally don't see the difference. This is more 16-17. Or the 15-16 and 16-17. But we need a massive rebuild. 3 signings is not a massive rebuild. I mean, if you want to include 2 or 3 players that signed in January that won't play, 4 signings, it's not a massive rebuild. That's my issue. That's my issue personally. Yeah. I think Lavia will stop getting injured. That's my prediction. Lavia will stop getting injured. Mainly because I want him to stop getting injured. He needs to get this Brachiosaurus brain out of the Belgian national team stuff. Missed like 5 one-on-ones throughout the tournament. Bro? Haaland needs a good rest. That's what he needs. He needs a good rest. He needs to get ready. He needs to train. He needs to train on finishing. Just straight up finishing. 1 hour after training every day. 1-2 hours after training every day. Train your finishing. Get good rest in the summer. Then next season, we're gonna get Haaland cooking again. Miss some channels like Connect LB Liam. Or sorry, some channels like LB Connect Liam. I don't think Liam is that positive, to be honest. Anyhow, Bernardo. Last played in here. So I'll give Bernardo a blanket 7 as well. I really don't want this guy to play. I think he's getting too old. When you put him with a midfield with younger players, he can still do something. So I'll give him a 7. I don't think he's as bad as, well, to be fair, these midfielders in this list are pretty good, to be fair. But yeah, I don't think Bernardo is the worst. Ødegaard is not great. Is it fair to put him on level? Ødegaard, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, sorry. They 3 live in Fantasy Wonderland. All 3 got excited after the 5-2, especially Liam. Shameful guys, bro. Bro, this fan base, the trauma will keep coming, you know. Trauma will keep coming. Because we ain't done. We ain't done with the woeful stuff. It will just keep it going. Keep it going. Anyhow. Right, and let's get on to attackers. I mean, Haaland. Let's just say it as it is. As I said earlier about words, some players say the quality is undeniable. Erling Haaland, 300 goals already in his career. 300 club goals, I believe, even. What can you say? What can you say? His bad season, he got like 41 goals or something like that. Different Ravi. With a shit Man City team, by the way. You get him in rhythm, You get him in a rhythm with a Man City team that he's used to, and you get him regular chances. You feed him. You play the ball to him. You get someone on far post so Haaland can have mobility in the box. He will feast. I'm going 34 Premier League goals next season for Haaland if he doesn't get injured. He did. He got 41 goals for club and country. He got... How many goals did he get for City? I think he got 31 for Man City. Let me check. Oh, sorry. Haaland. How many goals did he get this? I think he got 31 for City and 10 for Norway. Which is insane, but I mean, you look at how he plays for Norway. He plays a lot more motivated. He plays happy. He knows what to expect. Like, knowing what you're gonna expect does a lot as well. Because if you're through one-on-one, but you didn't expect to be through one-on-one, sometimes you cannot mentally be there. Let me see. 33. 30, without the Club World Cup, it's 31. 31 without the Club World Cup. I'm not counting that. Why do them YouTubers live in Wonderland? Bro, Nusa is dog shit. Bro, I saw this guy for Club Brugge week in, week out. He's got the talent, but his mentality is fucking awful, bro. I see that guy on the pitch sometimes, I want to fucking strangle him sometimes, bro. I'm still traumatized from this guy at Club Brugge. Still traumatized from this guy at Club Brugge. I see him on a pitch sometimes, the fucking cocky bastard, yeah? I wanna reach through the screen and fucking strangle the guy. Bro, he pisses me off, bro. He proper pisses me off. The way he treated the club that fucking made him, bro, bro, you don't want to play it like that in your fucking club. He's proper shit. Proper shit out as well. Not in a good way. Now that's crazy. Savio is so good. Scored like 1 goal last season. I know he's got quality, Savio, but he scored like 1 goal, I believe. Anyhow, moving on. Salah obviously is going to be on 9 as well. I mean, it's Salah. I mean, it's between Salah or Haaland for the 10, but I just think Salah is getting a year older and worse, and Haaland is getting a year older and more experienced and better. That's the logic I'm going for there. If a good player has worse finishing than me, football is done. Current Savio is crap and not Man City level, and it's that simple. I completely agree. I completely agree. Anyhow, dit is al taakje. Dit is al taak. Bro, if only we had a right back and a goalkeeper. Bring out the choir. Now get this guy off crutches. Get this guy off crutches. And put Foden in the team instead of Bernardo, you fucking fraud, Pep. Get us a right back. Then the choir can begin. Listen, half of the players who are like below an 8 is because Pep is gonna play them. So we could have had Yuma Ba. I would put Yuma Ba in here as an 8. I have a Yuma Ba agenda, I know. Bro, that attack, different attack. You look at Liverpool. Nunez, I think, gets too much hate. His first season was terrible. Second season, he was actually decent. But he misses too many chances. He's woeful in decision-making sometimes. He's a bozo. So, more than a 7, I can't give him reason. Gakpo, I think he's an elite finisher. But other than that, he's not that elite. So if you look at the attack, yeah, none of these teams are going to get close. Pedro, I think, is a very technical, technique good player. But I don't think he's got the clinicality, consistency, lethal finishing to put him up there with a Haaland or a Lap or something like that. So I'll put Delap above him. Only slightly. I know he played poorly in the Club World Cup. But forget about that. Next season in the Premier League, Delap will ball. Not as much as Palmer. Palmer? No, you know what? I'll give Palmer an 8. He's too inconsistent. Because people do this here with Palmer. He plays a few good big games, and to be fair, he deserves all the credit he gets. But you also need to notice that he goes missing for months on end. Palmer does this every season, yeah? He has his good phases, and then he goes missing for. So, Palmer, a very good player, but he needs to get consistency in the game. Once he does that, I'll bump him up to a 9. First, he needs to get consistency, yeah? Not just in the finals, not just in the big games, but also against a small team. Because it does matter. You need to get over the line against small teams too. You can't be sitting there like Cold Palmer and then drop a stinker when you play Southampton. So, for me, consistency is all he needs to bump him up to a 9. Because the talent of Palmer is undeniable. We've talked about undeniable talent all day today. He has undeniable talent. Yay, we agree. There you go, we finally agreed. We did it. I believe he has a decent backup. Who is? Sorry, who are we talking about, Hale? I forgot. I might have said something earlier that I forgot. Who are we talking about again? Why do YouTubers like Liam, LB, Connect choose to live in fantasy wonderland? What do you think? I mean, I shouldn't really comment on you other YouTubers like that, but to be fair, I have streamed with all 3 of those. Maybe I can comment. I don't watch LB that much anymore, to be honest. Since I started doing YouTube, I don't watch his streams that often anymore. Because I'm watching streams of like Chelsea fans and stuff to see what like their opinions are on their club. I'm watching streams of Arsenal fans and stuff. I'm watching the streams of the people I interact with the most. So I don't know about LB. Connect, I think, just is... Connect is not as harsh, but he's very political in his wording, right? Connect. He tries to word things in a political way. But trust me, Connect is starting to get a bit more fed up as well. Connect is starting to get fed up as well. I mean, sometimes he'll say more. He will say more sometimes backstage. So when we're not live, than when we are live, because it's sometimes he doesn't want to say it too brutally online, which I completely agree with. Online is fucking ravenous at times. But I think Connect is not fed up yet, but he's getting there. So it's not like he doesn't think that everything is fine. As for Liam, I think he's a very excitable person. I don't think it's a bad thing, but it does mean that you'll get gassed up about stuff sometimes, and then you'll get disappointed. Will you go to a game or parades next season? I will go to a game. I'm definitely going to a game next season. A parade? There would have to be a parade first. There'd have to be a parade first. Marmouche and Sherky will be 10 soon, in my honest opinion. No, there can only be one number 10. Again, there can only be one number 10. Every attacker is relative to Erling Haaland, who is the number 10. Every fullback is relative to Kerkers, who is the number 10. Every centre back is relatively rated to Van Dijk, who is the number 10. Can only be one number 10 in each category, which I think is Haaland. So 9 is the highest you can get, like for multiple players. With that said, Gyökeres and Saka, I'll quickly rate them too. Gyökeres is a good striker, I think. He's a very good striker, but people hype him up very highly suddenly. I think people are getting a bit too excited about Gyökeres. I know he scored a lot of goals, but look at how much Darwin Nunez scored in that same league. I know Gyökeres scored at a much higher volume. So I think he'll do good at Arsenal. But I'm talking like 20 to 25 goals for Gyökeres. And maybe 5 to 10 assists. So let's say 25 goals and 10 assists. I am expecting Haaland to get 34 goals. And then whatever the assists are on top of that. Gyökeres, very good player. But I think people get too excited about him. And he has his games where he goes as well. He was terrible against Club Brugge. I mean, not Hans van Aken, Brandon Mechelen locked him up. So, I mean, Brandon Mechelen is a Premier League quality centre back. If I put Brandon Mechelen in here, I would give him an 8. He is a very good centre back. People just don't rate him because he never left the Belgian league. Because Club Brugge is his boyhood club and he didn't want to leave. So, there are very good players outside of the top 5 leagues that people don't know about. But Gyökeres, I don't see him as like this Erling Haaland level striker. Coming into his prime, so I don't know how he'll kick off in the Premier League. But if I'm giving Reinders an 8, I definitely have to give Gyökeres an 8 for the same reason. That I want to see it in the Premier League first. Because he's not even coming from a top 5 league. Saka. There's the argument about Saka that he got that hamstring injury and he'll get worse. Which I think is true, actually. I think he'll start getting worse. But I don't think it will be rapid next season. I think next season he'll still be very good. I think next season he'll still be on 9. Season after that he'll go to an 8.5. Then to an 8. And then to a 7. And then to a 6. I think he'll decline. And he'll be washed before he turns 30, I think. Because he's played way too much. But I don't think next season he'll be washed yet. I think next season he'll still be quite... I think he'll still be one of the best wingers in the Premier League next season. And, I mean, again, Saka is one of those players people take the piss off. But the quality is just undeniable. But when people say he's better than Foden... I mean, on Saka, yeah? Foden played up... I mean... Opening... But when we talk about Saka... There you go. We have talked about Saka now. On to Martinelli. Actually, let me read chat first. Because I'm seeing that chat is getting ahead of me. Marmoush and Sherky will get 20 GA. Yeah. I think Marmoush will do 15 goals and 10 assists in the Premier League. That's my prediction. 15 goals, 10 assists in the Premier League for Marmoush. And I think Sherky, 10 goals, 10 assists in the Premier League. So that's Premier League alone. I think that attack is gonna absolutely destroy backlines next. Fucking deep fried these attacks, bro. You ever played CS:GO? You ever played CS:GO or CS2 or whatever? And you know? Yeah, you're just playing against that sweaty fucking dude, bro. He knows all the spots, bro. It's a casual game. Bro, this guy is sweaty. He has not touched grass since his fucking ancestors fought in the Battle of Waterloo. Bro, he has generational not touching grass. He's going back in time to stop his baby self from touching grass. That's the type of sweat I'm talking about, yeah? This guy, every time you turn a corner, every time you try to peek, you get upped into the fucking next round, bro. Bro, you get upped so hard, you're in fucking domain expansion. You know, GFK. Oh man. Yeah, you know JJK. Domain expansion. A man being sent into another round, bro. That's what this shit is gonna be like, yeah? this attack, they're gonna traumatize these center backs. These center backs, they're gonna be calling. I can't finish that joke on stream. Let me make that a bit less extreme. They're gonna be going to therapy. These center backs, yeah, they're gonna be telling their mothers, bro, I think I need to retire after today. This attack, we are feeding. We are feeding, bruh. Savinho as a backup is a good choice, not as a primary. If he can get goals, yes. He needs to start getting goals. Happy clapper Liam, biggest happy clapper. I don't think Liam is a happy clapper, to be fair to him. 19 penalties in one season. Wow. That's real. That's a real statistic. 9 penalties. And 1 in 40 in Man City because we were so bad. I mean, listen, we're not that good, but I think anyone could have scored against Man City in that 1 in 14 run. Fucking Strand Larsen scored against us. Bro, that pissed me off so hard when Strand Larsen scored against us. How have you all got so many subscriptions? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Like TV subscriptions to watch football? I have 1 subscription and it gives me La Liga. It gives me Belgian League, Belgian Second Division, Eredivisie, Premier League, and sometimes Serie A or the Bundesliga. That's with 1 subscription. And I pirate anime. I don't bother to watch that legally. Marmouche more goals than Saka in the Premier League last season. Oh. Nah, that's dirty. That's dirty word, bro. To come back to the Saka argument. Moving on. Martinelli. Last player to talk about. I mean, I don't think he's that quality anymore, to be honest. I'll go 6.5 or 7, I don't know. What should I give him? Because his finishing is hit or miss. His pace is no longer there. As a winger, he's bad. His technique is not that great. I'm not sure what to put Martinelli as, to be honest. This one is I can't lie, we've got a few difficult ones. I'm not sure what to give Martinelli. If we finish 1 point behind Liverpool, you will be angry and still want Pep sacked. Depends. Depends on the situation. That we win another trophy. YouTube subscription. Liga claims it's the reason La Liga is popular now. Seriously, he says the Prem viewers has decreased and La Liga increased because his I mean, that's a bit delusional, isn't it? That's a little bit delusional. Yeah, just a little bit. Anyhow. Martinelli. I'll give him a 6. I think it's a bit harsh on him, but listen, injuries has fucked over his career. It's fucked over many careers. I love the way Teddy Fleur speaks. He speaks so dramatic. No, I can't stand him. Exactly because he speaks dramatic. I can't stand it. I don't know. I just subscribe to people. I mean, you want to see my YouTube subscriptions? Hey, YouTube subscriptions. 1, 2, 3. Can you see how many subscriptions? There's a lot of these. Take up to Jonathan Morley, by the way. Bunch of. Yo, if you like Roblox, well, I'm not even taking the piss. Even if you do not like Roblox, these documentaries are so fun. Yo, I recommend watching this one. This is so. If you are planning to become a parent, watch this one and watch this one. Because, bro, internet is crazy, bro. This guy's documentaries are top quality. Yeah, bro, I got back up to this guy as well. If you like history, check out this guy. He's a real historian, graduated historian. He does some great stuff. Yeah, I got a bunch. Some of these subscriptions are older than my channel, you know. I think I saw Wolfie in it. Bro, I used to love Wolfie so hard when I was like 15 years old. I don't know why. When I was like 15 years old, bro, shit was crazy. Anyhow. No, I'm asking how do you have so many subscribers? Oh, subscribers. Oh, like subscribers. I don't know. I just keep doing it. Like, you know why I have so many subscribers? I'll tell you why I have so many subscribers. I have streamed for more than 1,000 hours in a span of less than a year. In less than a year, I've streamed for more than 1,000 hours. In less than a year, I've always done every Man City game. I've gone live, talked with different people, talked about Man City, give my honest thoughts. I've tried to entertain, I've tried to interact with chat. It's just because I put work into it. And listen, you know how much money I've made in my entire YouTube career? Let me show you. Let me show you quickly how much money I've made in my entire YouTube. Moment. Lifetime. So 12 euros, that translates to about 10 pounds maybe? 12 euros in pounds. 10 pounds. So, I've made 10 pounds in my entire YouTube career. But besides the fact that I make fuck all money, I do it every day. I'll do it every day. When I miss a day, the next day I do like, I have days that I stream 10 hours. Don't do it anymore. But there are points last season that I was live 10 hours. I go on other channels, being live for hours. And I mean, clearly there's the audience for it. You just have to keep going. And I've been doing it for just over a year. Now imagine Lee Gunner been doing this for like 10 years. Been doing this since 2015. For about 10 years. So when you're doing it at that intensity, at that rate for so long, especially when you're one of the first in this genre, you'll go very high. Especially when you're an Arsenal fan, by the way, which obviously are big. HMTV is dead. He doesn't upload anymore. He doesn't upload anymore. I saw he made a channel update. I didn't watch it though. Don't get me started on Esteem's dictatorship company. No, I don't hate him. I don't have anything against him. He randomly blocked me on Twitter and I don't know why. I barely talked to him. He randomly blocks me on Twitter. I don't know. I have nothing against him, but why did you block me, bro? I said nothing, bro. I didn't do it, bro. I did nothing. Like, how does Connect have 1.5k? Well, he's been doing it for. How long has Connect been doing? I think Connect has been doing YouTube for longer than I have. Again, when you do YouTube for a long time, you get there. LB, I mean, LB is self-explanatory. I think this 2018, I believe. With City Extra. Ginger guy, I think you mean Luke with that, 1.2k. Well, Liam used to have an old channel, and those viewers came onto his new channel. Ginger guy, Luke. Does YouTube. He just talks about YouTube, about football. I mean, sometimes it's that simple. You just do it consistently. And he had a big following before he started shooting. If you go to the statistics, this is a very interesting website. I'll show you a very interesting website here. Social, no, view stats. Just stats. I mean, we've completely derailed the conversation, but that's fine. Really cool. If you look at the lifetime of his channel, maybe Social Blade will be. But yeah, I want to get subs span of a year. You will see that his channel already started out very highly. His channel started off with a lot of subscribers because he had a big following before he started doing. So he already had a big following. That helps a bit. How do you all have so much? Just keep doing it. Hately Gunner, his ego is off the chart. Yeah, his ego is getting much, isn't it? Even as a dictatorship, have you seen? I have not seen his. I mean, feel free to tell me some of his tweets. I'm not gonna bother looking it up though. New fans are the disgrace. Pep outs are not City fans. I mean, he's desperately trying to get back into the Man City thing, isn't it? Because he criticized Man City, and he used to get like into like the backroom stuff, but now he doesn't anymore. Bob has to start ahead of Savio. If he stays fit. If he stays fit. Show us more. Show us more of that, Alfie. Show us for others. I mean, I can show it for myself, I suppose. As I've bookmarked my own thing. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this thumbnail, bro? Oh, why can't I see it? Let me open this image. Ah, bro, what is this thumbnail? That is the worst free frame shot I've ever seen. I'm being done dirty here with this thumbnail. That thumbnail. Anyhow, like if you go for me, you can't even see over there yet. Nonsense. Woke liberal nonsense. Let me go to my YouTube channel. Just my YouTube, let me not dox myself as I build it up. God, can you... let's set this on, yeah, last 365 days. If you look at well, this is maybe... If you look at subscribers, I know I got 1,000. Thank you for reminding me. He keeps sending me emails, yeah? Got 1,000 subscribers, yes, thank you. I appreciate it, but stop emailing me. But like, if you look over my channel's lifetime, you can see a very small gradual growth. It's not like there's certain spikes in it. It's very small and gradual. You just keep going, and you can see that recently it's been picking up, and that makes sense. YouTube just picks up at times, and will slow down again, but the bigger you get, the more it does tend to pick up, and it's yeah, here from here on out, you a massive. Here on out, I got like 40 in a single day, which was out. Yeah, those stats. Lee Gunnett said KDB is not the best midfielder, and he wasn't even KDB, or sorry, Man City's best midfielder. That Messi isn't. No mas. Messi, not a good. Anyhow, I'm doing a rating list. Did you guys know? Tsimikas. So we're gonna compare Tsimikas to Kerkez here, as we've been doing, because he's a fullback. So Tsimikas compared to Kerkez. Listen, I think this guy is so bang average. I don't know why Liverpool fans like him. Not watched him that much, to be fair, but I think he's so bang average. I think he's bang average. I think Liverpool can do better. I don't know why they rate him that much. And again, I've not watched him enough, so maybe that's a problem. Maybe I'm the problem. But I just don't see the quality in him. Got a good cross once in a while, but not consistently. Not from what I see. So, I don't know. Fofana, I mean, I don't care about this guy. Let me give him a 6. I don't care about that guy. Calafiori. I think Calafiori is a very good left back, but not a good centre back. I think they need to play him left back instead of centre back, or in a back 3. One or the other. But they won't do that, so as a left back, I think he's very good. Centre back, I don't think he's. If I'm judging him as a left back, don't want to give him an 8, not yet. I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7 for now. Kirior, he's okay. He's okay. But like, does he play left? Does he like play as a fullback? Does he play as a centre back? Like, that's important. Kirior doesn't know where he plays week in, week out. I don't know where he plays. I'll just give him a blanket 7 as well. Let's not talk about this guy. Let's talk about this guy instead. Kusanov. We are skipping over the kanji. No discussion. No talking about this. We will not discuss a kanji here. Okay? Anyhow. Kusanov. I know he's played bad games. I know he's had balls moments. I know he's had bored moments. I know he's been rash. He's raw. Balls. He's a raw talent. That's what I think he is. He's got the attack in, or he doesn't have the attack in him like going forward, but he's got the attack in him when going into a challenge. That's very poorly worded, I know. But what I'm trying to say is, when he goes into a challenge, he challenges hard. He leaves a bit on you. That's what I'm trying to say. When he challenges, it's like he's attacking you. It's like he's trying to brutalize you. And I rate that. We need more violence in football. We lack the violence and the ruthless defending that Sergio Ramos and Pepe used to bring to football. That Puyol used to bring. Dirty centre backs. Vincent Kompany was quite a dirty centre back, by the way, in his day. He lacked that type of centre back who will just brutalize you. Send you to next Tuesday, bruh. That's the type of centre backs we need. So, Kusanov, very start for me. I know that a start is a good moment, is a bad moment. But in a bad Man City, he stabilized us. That's a fact. Give this guy consistent minutes, a better team. I think we're cooking. I think we're really cooking with a really solid centre back. Let's go to Liverpool again. Gomez. Decent backup centre back. Not a lot much can be said about him. Got everything. Not great, it's not bad. It's better than Tsimikas. That's for sure. So, let's go over to Caicedo then. I'll rate him above Enzo. But I think he's so overrated. I really do. I really do think he's so overrated. Oh, 1 second. Let me catch up to which chat here. Big up to Adam for being back in here. Show us connects Liam, Steven the Dictator, and LB. You know what, yeah? I can't show you all of this right now because it will take too long, but I'll quickly and use that. I'll drop the links here and you can check this yourself. But I can't do this right now because this stream has been going on for a while now. Social or view stats and then social blades. There you go. But yeah, I can't do all of this right now. I'm sorry. It will just take too long. But there's the link so you can check it out yourself. Yeah, I see that. I saw the argument with Stephen, Lewis, and Jacob. How come you don't like each other? Not sure what you're talking about. You mean Steve Lewis? I do like Steve. Yeah, and I. Well, we're not friends, but we don't dislike each other. Like, just two people that exist. Where's Jacob? I don't even know who Jacob is. Liverpool fans are overhyping their players because they won the Premier League. Chelsea fans overhyping their players after Club World Cup. Yeah. Bow down to Steven. Oh, you're not a real fan. I'm sorry, I'm a fake fan. I didn't bow down. Gusnov is a 10 out of 10. He's a very good player, but let's be honest, there's been problems. The gunner constantly says bruv and G like he's 12. I mean, that just shows me he's a bit too in tune with the younger people, I guess. Nobody cares, bruv. Fair enough. No, nobody cares. Let's move on. Gusnov. Guys, this stream has been going on for almost 2 hours now, and it's past midnight. And I think you can tell. Gusnov is our best defender. Stepped up and did more than our useless defense. I think Vardiol did better. Gusnov just came in there and stabilized it, and then Vardiol went center back finally and improved from it. I think Gusnov has a bit too much flashness in his game. I think that's fine, he's young, he'll get it out of his game. I want him to play more, and I hope he plays more. Emergency stream now. I don't want to do terrible news for the Man City rant on its way from Alfie. Diaz is bang average. I think he's gone down a bit, hasn't he? I saw a giant argument with Steve Lewis with you. I mean, did you see the end of it? If you scroll to the end, you'll see that we apologize to each other. Jacob Bardlow and LB's show. I've never talked to Jacob Bardlow. I've never interacted with that guy, so... terrible news for Manchester City. And surprise Steven is defending, saying how good Puma is. Let me open Twitter. 2 notifications on Twitter as well. Let's... Interesting. Oh, dude. City Extra will provide the news, though. Have agreed long-term extension to their partnership with Puma. Now I am taking the piss. Now I am taking the piss. I don't even know if that's true. I think it is. Oh, Steven. Go to bed, Alf. At the stream. Guardiola is so sloppy. He was responsible for a lot of goals. Well, he's got a bozo in him, for sure. But at the end of the season, I think he stepped up properly. I think he properly stepped up at the end of the season. As a centre back. I think the Bournemouth game, for example, he played poorly as a centre back. But once he started playing every game as a centre back and got into the rhythm, I played very well, to be honest. Anyhow, Endo, Isugu, these are not players I'm interested in talking about at a large extent. Let me just go to them quickly. Yeah. I'll just quickly go through these guys. Jones, I think Curtis Jones is a very good player. It's giving him a 7 with potential to go up to an 8. But I think he needs to leave Liverpool to fulfill his potential. I think he needs to leave Liverpool, play football week in, week out, to fulfill his potential as a player. Guitons. Yes, guys. I don't know why they signed him. Nordgaard. I mean, I'd rate him, but not for the top club. I think he's a footballer. Kovacic, old, overhyped. By the way, there's another guy in fucking what was Hungary? Yeah, I always mix it up. There's another guy on his national called Salai. Twice as good. Trash. Bro, I watched this guy's highlights and they. How are you gonna watch someone's highlights and that's shit? Bro, explain that to me. I'm watching someone's highlights, bro. Someone comes to me, shows me their best fucking work. I'm looking at this shit and I'm thinking, bro, I could do better than you. Bruh. This guy's highlights stink. Bro. How are you gonna try to hype me on someone whose highlights stink? At least Doku looks good on highlights. This guy, no matter what context you put him in, he looks lost, bro. He looks like he's in fucking, I don't know, row Z or something. He's in row Z of the fucking pitch, bro. He's in row Z trying to control FIFA. You know what I'm talking about. He's got his FIFA controlled in row Z trying to control the game. Bro, this guy is so overrated. Bro, runs in a he can't run straight, bro. When he needs to run straight, he always runs in a fucking diagonal line. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Why can't you run straight? He always runs like this. He runs like a dog. Did you know that dogs can't run straight? Did you know that dogs run like this? They like run like this, then like this, then like this, then like this. Because they can't run straight. You know that? He runs like a fucking dog, bro. I've never watched someone's highlights and thought this guy stinks until I watched Estevao's highlights, bruh. And people trying to sell me on this guy, bro. He's Endrick 2.0, bruv. And I'm not talking about Lamar. Marino, surprisingly good. Surprisingly good and versatile, but not elite. In fact, I'll give him an 11. He's the fucking Ballon d'Or winner. Respect. Ballon d'Or winner, yeah? Ballon d'Or winner. Respect. Okay? Respect. Ballon d'Or. Can you name one Ballon d'Or winner? This entire list? Yes, you can. It's fucking Rodri. Ballon d'Or. Respect. Please, Pep. Bro, Pep. We have our differences. Please. Please, my gaffer. Don't fuck up Rodri's car. Don't play this guy every second he can. Because he'll get injured again. Bro. I'm praying. Let Rodri come off the bench. Let Rodri take his time to come back. Okay? There you go. I've prayed. Now it's up to Pep to answer them. Harvey Elliott, I think, is a very good player. I mean, he absolutely cooked in the under 21 Euros. If you haven't seen the under 21 Euros, bro, it cooks. I can't lie. That final was one of the best games of football I've seen. Treble season. Bro, I thought I was in the next round. And I was Spain in the women's Euros, and they fucking cooked. And England is cooking in the women's. Bro, I watched so much good football this. So much football on a transcendent level. All because I skipped the club World Cup. There you go. But nah, bro, Harvey Elliott is such a talented player. But he doesn't get the time at Liverpool. I don't know why. Bro, get Harvey Elliott in La Liga at Atletico Madrid. Or Atletico Madrid, I guess. And he will ball. He will ball. Hate isn't that. Yeah. Because of their attention spans, yeah, that's nonsense. I mean, that's like a 5-year-old, right? That's like a 5-year-old. If you don't agree with me, you're dumb. That's his mentality. How come our great King Steven hasn't been on Matchday Live? That's what I mean, yeah? He used to be on Matchday Live. And he criticized the club and he got booted out. Now he does his very best to hype up the club and hopes to get back on. It's Adidas to attract the best ballers. Adidas really... I mean, I don't know if it makes a difference. Do you think it makes a difference? I don't know if it does. I generally don't know. Respect Pep. Messi won 4 Ballon d'Ors under Guardiola. Men's England team is embarrassing. They have million superstars and can't win shit. Long may it continue. Bro? Allow me to explain. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Difficult conversations here. Not for me. Not about England. I just wish they played some good football so I could enjoy the year. Neto. Average. Average. Wanieri, good player, but overhyped. Foden. Should be on 9. Had a terrible season. I'll drop him down to an 8. I want this guy to get back on it next season so I can give him a 9 again. Diaz. I'll give him a 7. Kunku. Somehow both underrated and overrated. I think he's okay. And he does a job. But he's not a starting player. And not super lethal. And he's got like purple patches. You know how he's got purple patches? Kind of like Guy Havertz. Havertz also has purple patches. So those purple patches make me want to give them some rating. But more than a 7 I think will be ridiculous. Savio is a 5 and Doku is a 4. And I don't even talk about it. In fact, fuck Doku. Oh, there you go. There you go. Pure fucking talent in here, bruv. Pure fucking talent. Oscar fucking Bob, bro. Gods we pray, he stays fit. Gods we pray. Trossard, let's not talk about that guy, bro. Bro, these Belgian players, yeah, I need to skip these Belgian players because they fucking piss me off. All of these Belgian players, they piss me off so bad, bro. Fucking Trossard over here. Trossard. Bro, he looks like he's never fucking taken a nap, bro. Go to bed, bruv. I mean, I need to go to bed, but Trossard, go to fucking bed, bro. My god. Jackson. know what? He's not as bad as people. Gets the goals, gets some assists, gets numbers. I know numbers aren't everything. They count for something. Chelsea team not always been that great. I think he deserves some respect. He deserves to go to a mid-table team and be respected. Just saying. He's not good enough for the top 4 team, but I think he deserves some respect. Go to a mid-table team. Thank you for the Conference League. Didn't really do anything in Club World Cup. Thank you for the Conference League final. Now move on. And Gakpo, I think he's underrated. I think Gakpo is proper underrated. Got good goals, big goals. He got goals, bro. And he does a job. He runs as well. He just runs, presses, which I rate. Gakpo, I think he's underrated too. Yeah, I agree. Steven said he has blocked all Pep outers. Ah. That must be why he blocked me. Not really. I mean, I think it's unfortunate that people get bullied off the internet. I think it should be less toxic. I don't think you should attack creators like that, regardless of what the creators do. But I didn't have that much of a connection to him. That's just me. Do you have inside information why Connect LBF stopped streaming a lot? It's very simple. There's nothing to stream about. Like earlier you asked why I get to so many subscribers. It's because I stream and invent subjects. I know I'm gassing myself up here, but when there's nothing to talk about, I invent a subject and I go talk about it. Most streamers don't do that. Most streamers, when there's nothing to stream, they don't stream. Gibbs White, if he can't get Rodrigo, he went to Spurs, didn't he? Rodri is the GOAT. Five Ballon d'Ors under the... It's sarcastic, okay, my apologies. 5 Ballon d'Ors under Guardiola. Bro, he's so annoying. He's so shit, bro. He's Belgian players, yet Bro, if you're a Belgian player, you're gonna get judged extra harshly by. People think I have Belgian bias. I have anti-Belgian agenda, bruv. If you're a Belgian player and you play for the national team, you have to get double whammies for every mistake, bro. That's why I didn't include him in here. How dare I? I'm proper devilish, aren't I? Big up to Sam as well. Big up to Sam. How are you? Anyhow, I was just about to round up. I was just about to end stream. My voice is getting sore. I can't lie. So, I'll redirect this one. Let's see, who's live? Are you live? I mean, Aaron is live. I can redirect to Aaron, sure. Let me set up the redirect and then we'll go there. Seconds. Give me just a moment. Anyhow, yeah. If we go back to the player ratings list, I think it's clear to see who's winning the Premier League from this list. I gave pretty much all the 10s to Liverpool, which pisses me off. Rodri needs to get back and get back fit, so that Words can get his chain snatched, bro. Rodri will come back, snatch that chain from Words. On Dijk, it's your last season as number 1. Guardiola is coming. Red hot and ready. He will be the best centre back in the Premier League. Not 25-26, but the season after that. He's coming. But we clearly still need some improvement in other areas. Go sign Chevalier, yeah? You sign Chevalier, he's number 10. I've never fucking watched him, bro. He's number 10 because I need this agenda. No, I need the agenda. I don't think he's trolling. 9320 pot says we look formidable for this season. Another one wanting to get on match day live. Andy Savage doesn't like you. I don't know who Andy Savage is. Let me look it up. Andy Savage. This is a team sport. You can't depend on Rodri forever. Yeah, bro, but we can want him back. Andy Savage. Okay. This guy. Do I know him? He ever talked to me? I mean, he's never talked to me. Answer. What is my tag? I forgot my own tag. I mean, he's never talked to me. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. There you go. Anyhow. Oh. Oh. I don't know who he is. Anyhow. I'm gonna end it there. Because I've been going for a while now. I tapped my own. I'm gonna end it there. So, Alfred, I'll see you guys on the next one. Good night. Big up for everyone in here. See you guys next one.